Halal memes that will make you pray tahajud. What a funny title. Let's have a look at this one.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. That's a cool cat. This person really loves cats. Fatima and... Oh, Anika. Alhamdulillah. How you watch? Like, it's actually crazy what you can do with like AI and stuff, right? Like, it's not just like those cats, but I've seen like you can actually turn people into animals even. Like, I've seen the other day some AI tool that lets you turn like celebrities into dogs and cats, and you can still somewhat recognize their faces and stuff. Yo, this is insane. Oh. What does this have to do with the speaker? Oh. May Allah protect and keep our brothers and sisters safe in Palestine. I mean, may Allah bring them ease. I mean, like, it's horrible what's happening over there. And I have to mention it because, like, we need to at least make dua for our sisters and brothers in Palestine. So please keep them in your duas, brother, okay? Like, brothers, sisters, keep them in your duas. It's basically like that. Oh, that's speed. Do it, there's reward in it. Because there's like some beautiful nasheed playing when the call happens. You know what I hate the most? Like, if you make a regular call on the phone, right? And someone doesn't pick up, what does that mean? Maybe that person didn't hear the call, is busy in the shower, that person is praying salah, right? Like, something is going on, so the person doesn't pick up. But you know what's like the most annoying? If you're making a call on, let's say, Facebook, for example, right? And you see like if someone read your messages, right? And let's say you make a Facebook call and you see this person read that you made a call, right? Like missed call. And you see this person saw the missed call and they don't call you back. I find this so annoying. This is why I personally prefer to have calls on the regular phone, because if, for example, someone calls me and I see they called me, I don't call back, they maybe get angry with me. So I prefer everyone to call me directly on my phone and not on Facebook, for example. But yeah, like, yeah, and you can go to Jannah. Yeah, we need to talk about this, guys. We need to talk about this with the boycott here. And this is something that is like confusing me, actually, because I'm sometimes confused like what should be boycotted, because there are some companies, when I look them up online, they are based in the US. If I look who is the current CEO, like who is the leader of the company, it turns out sometimes that this person isn't even Jewish, right? Like, I'm sometimes confused. What should you boycott? Is it this company? Is it this company? Is it this company? And if you boycott them, what about like the Muslims or other people that work for that company that are earning for their families or something, right? Like, boycott is a very, very, very complicated topic. And it can also lead to arguments between brothers and sisters, right? Because some people have different opinions. Some are saying, yeah, it's very effective because they're funding them. And maybe some companies, from what we have also seen, right, are actually funding them. But then there are those questionable companies where you're not sure, are they funding or are they not? So if it's questionable, should you boycott them or should you not boycott them? Like, okay, there are those, there's proof, they're boycott. They are really funding them. Okay, then boycott those, right? But what about those question mark companies where we are actually not 100% sure if they are funding them? Like, this is something, like, when I go to the supermarket these days, I'm sometimes not even sure. Should I buy this or should I buy this not? Yeah, how do you feel about that? Let me know in the comment section. How are you doing the boycott situation? Are you actually boycotting? Are you not boycotting? If you're not boycotting, what is your argument? Because I often hear people saying they're not boycotting because there are people working for those companies that have nothing to do with the situation in Palestine. And some are even speaking against it, right? And are saying, hey, I'm actually for the Palestinians. They should have their own land. And they're actually working at those companies that are being boycotted. So there's like kind of like a mix in a company, right? You have like the good people, the bad people, this and that. So yeah, this is a very complicated topic. Okay. Jeff Bezos? Wait, is he Muslim? You know, this is something I don't understand. Like, if you're a Muslim, right? And you don't pray, yeah, of course, like some people are giving you like the evil, kind of like the evil eye. And I don't mean this sort of evil eye, but like this evil look, right? Like, why are you not praying? You're supposed to pray, you're Muslim. And like, the question is, first of all, why is that individual not praying? Like, sometimes I've encountered people, and I'm actually not kidding, guys. This is actually the truth. And this is where the parents actually failed. Okay, because as a parent, you have to teach your children Tawheed. You have to explain them why Allah exists. There are individuals that are part of a religion, be it Christianity or for us Muslims, they are like Muslim. But they actually don't truly believe in Allah. They're like, maybe Allah exists, I'm 50-50 or something. A'udhu billah. Some people are like this. And this is because they were never taught Tawheed. They were never taught the existence of Allah. Why is there Allah, for example? Like, what you can do if you have a child, for example, you give them an empty jar as like some sort of like, almost like a homework. And you tell them to keep this empty jar on their table, on their desk for about a week. And after a week, you ask them, what has happened inside this empty jar that I gave you, right? Is there something going on? And then this child will, of course, say, no, nothing. It's just the same like a week ago. Okay, now I give you some wet earth and a seed, right? Put this for 1 week on your desk, on your table, and tell me after 1 week what you will see. Then you wait 1 week and your child will come back and will say, oh, the seeds, or the seed is sprouting, or there's mold in it, but something happened inside, right? And then you can explain your child, and this is how our universe, how our life came to be. This was an empty system and something was put into it, and some growth, what some people claim evolution happened, and something came forth of some material that was already in there, right? Because someone put it there, right? And then you explain that Allah was not created, Allah was always there, and you can give them some scientific evidence where scientists are saying, oh, the universe is expanding. What does expanding mean? It was once smaller, it's expanding. Then you show the miracles in the Quran. Like, some Muslims are born into a religion, but they're actually not sure about Allah because their parents never gave them evidence or showed signs for the existence of Allah. So if someone is just Muslim by name and they don't have Tawheed in their heart, right? They don't believe truly in Allah, of course they're not gonna pray, or they have never been shown the consequences of sins. Sometimes you need to show individuals that have a messed up life to your kids and show them, look, they're not happy. There are even like videos of celebrities that are crying or they're going to clinics, and sometimes the children are idolizing certain celebrities that are living now a miserable life, that maybe attempted to even take their own lives. And sometimes it's good to actually show your children that there are people that are like being looked up to, like, oh, they're like my idols. And when they're not doing good, you need to explain them why they're not doing good, and also use the Quran and Islam as a reference. And if you do this, your children, like, they will most likely keep up all 5 prayers. But yeah, find out why an individual is not praying. Don't be hateful. What the heck? Why is his voice like that? Huh? He forgot what to say? Wow, that's a smart one. Smart God.
So this man came in for salah and he's reading the Surah Al-Baqarah is being read, and at the end of the salah, you know, he looked at the man next to him, nudged him, he says, hey, this imam read very long. Which surah did he read? So he says it is called Surah Al-Baqarah, which means the cow, and it is the longest surah in the Quran.
True.
So he said, okay, now I must ask before I start my salah, which surah is being read.
Wow.
So Al-Baqarah was very, very long. So now he came for Salatul Maghrib, the poor fellow, and he started Allahu Akbar. So Imam finished Waladdallin, and he starts Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi ashabil fil. So this man nudges the other one and says, you know what, before you start, what surah is this? He says, this is the elephant, Al-Fil. So that man says, if Baqarah was so long, I'm sure Fil must be even longer, let me go away.
Oh, wow. Actually, I like longer surahs because I've experienced situations where I went to the masjid and there were those short surah. And those short surah are very beautiful, like, don't get me wrong. But if you have always short surah, sometimes you appreciate also a longer surah. And if your salah takes a couple of minutes longer, like, I don't mind long surahs, actually.
Let me go away.
Wow, okay, yeah, but that's true.
You were gonna order something from Amazon the other day. What was it?
GTA 6, but I didn't get it
Why not?
because I didn't have enough money.
Next time, just tell me, alright? Let me ask you something.
You see, there's still love for the children. Like, this is something I'm trying to sometimes tell my people, right? There are sometimes parents that are strict and they seem very harsh on their children, but it's not because they don't love them, it's because they care about them, they worry about them. But their way of expressing love is a bit kind of rough, you could say, right? They just mean well, but here you see they still provide, they still give the money, they will still wake up in the middle of the night if their child is sick or depressed or is crying. They will go to get you medicine if you get sick, they will cook food for you. Like, not every parent is the same, you could say, right? Like, some have a different way of expressing their love. But what I also suggest, like, and always advise parents, don't be too harsh on your kids. Try to have, like, more of a friendship sort of relationship with your kids. If you constantly, like, beat them and you're, like, being a bit violent towards them, they can misunderstand your violence as not, hey, I worry about you, but hey, I hate you, I'm not proud of you. And this can make a child turn out even worse. So you have to find a balance. You shouldn't be too easygoing, but at the same time, you should not be too strict. You should have some sort of connection and bond with your kids. So you don't even need to beat them, but they actually respect you and listen to you. And you can advise them in peace, right?
Okay.
What?
If I was to get you a BMW, which one would you want?
M4. Why, you gonna get me
I
one?
didn't say that. I did not say that.
There's no problem, Akhi, as long as you are not interested in paradise and have no problem in going to hell, you have no problem.
Wow. That's haram, guys. That's the right way, indeed, yes. Yes, pray for the brothers and sisters in Palestine. I mean, wow. Some were really funny. But yeah, it's actually really like that with the parents. Like, a strict parent is not necessarily a bad parent, right? But they maybe are having not sometimes the right method to raise their kids, but they still mean well. So you need to have some sort of bond or connection with your kid, because then this also doesn't happen so often that you have like arguments with your kids, and your kids will like respect you as well, right? And about those people not praying, like I mentioned before, you have to find out why is an individual not praying. It can be he's in a very bad environment and he actually wants to be in a better environment and do the prayer, and it's not that this person doesn't believe in Allah, but maybe the environment is just toxic, right? Or this person actually has doubts in their faith, right? They don't have the Tawheed, right? They have like some questions like, does Allah really exist? If they are doubtful about their religion, they don't see the prayer as serious. Or they're having a total lack of Islamic knowledge and they don't even know what Jahannam is, right? There are also such individuals, they believe they go to Jannah anyway. They don't know there are consequences for leaving the prayer, for doing sins. So you have to give them more Islamic knowledge and invite them to maybe some lectures, perhaps teach them yourself, right? So yeah, there can be like multiple reasons why an individual is not praying 5 times. Now, it can be either like environment, lack of knowledge, or they have a problem with the Tawheed. They maybe don't even believe in Allah. They have questions about it, right? So you have to find out what it is with an individual if you want to help them. Yeah, that was a good one. If you guys are new to this channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. And I will see you guys next time, inshallah.